Was it me?
Me.
Okay, good.
Hello, welcome, one and all, to the final episode of 2024. My name is Gareth.
Oh, wow. My name is Bruce, I think.
Oh, we like to talk about things we just don't know where they're gonna go. Hey!
And we also haven't done one of these in a while where we really don't know where the hell it's going to go.
It's the end of year catch up, seeing what. Yeah, so we've been doing this now for, I think we mentioned it a while ago, but what, 4 years off and on. Pretty cool.
Yeah. I think it started, when did we start it?
November.
After, was it after COVID? No. It was no. I can't remember.
Anyway, it was 4 years ago. So whenever COVID was really big, that was when it happened.
So that was 2020. So, yeah.
2020, yeah.
Yeah. So I said to Gareth, and we just hopped on, and I just said, dude, hit record, go.
Exactly. Get it rocking and rolling. Dude,
Yeah.
I want to play you a video. You might already know these people, and that's okay. It's my favorite song right now.
Okay.
I didn't know them, but I found them recently. Have a listen to this.
You need to get out of your head. You're killing yourself again. You better get what you want. You only get one shot. You're lighting yourself on fire. You know you aren't going any harder. This is what you want, but why? You could have been just fine. Are you insane? How you dealing with your money situation? You'll be running for the rest of your life. You can take this anywhere you want. Tell me, why the hell would you hurt yourself for this?
Wow.
Why would you hurt yourself for this?
Yeah, I'm loving this band.
Who is this?
They are called Dead Poet Society. I didn't even know about them recently. I was like, oh. Now I love these guys. I love their music. They're really cool. And I finally found a band that you didn't know about. That's quite cool.
Yeah. That's cool.
Oh, pretty cool, eh?
I'm liking that. I'm gonna ask. The question I have is, do you know where they're from? Because they have a sound to me. I'm thinking I know. I'm thinking just from the sound.
I'll tell you now. Who are you thinking?
It sounds like they're from England, but I could be wrong. They've got a British. They have a British vibe to them, but you know.
Okay. Dead Poet Society. I'll tell you, rock band. I think they're American. American, yeah.
Okay. All right.
They were formed in Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston. BAHSTAN. Boston.
Yeah. So
it's where they filmed. It's where they filmed The Departed. They're a cool band. Hey, wow.
Yeah.
To me, they sound like a mixture of. I don't know if you know a band called Royal Blood. Have I told you about a band called Royal Blood?
No.
They're cool. They're a British band. A bass player. The singer is the bass player, and they have a drummer, and that's it. It's just the two guys, and he plays guitar parts and bass parts on bass. He's incredible. They're like a sexier version of Muse, and they've actually gone out on tour with Muse, and they're British, and you can hear the British influence, the British sound.
Yeah.
So these guys sound like a mixture of Royal Blood and 21 Pilots. That's the first. Like if you think so you could definitely hear a 21 Pilots vibe, but then a royal blood maybe but very British. I think
And
I think
maybe a
they.
little, maybe like a little topping of Panic at the Disco.
Honestly, I don't feel that.
How do you not feel that?
But maybe I don't know.
No, it was just whatever. They're
Yeah.
bloody good. I really enjoyed
Cool.
this stuff.
Yeah, I'll check them out. I haven't really been listening to a lot of stuff lately, so it's always nice to find a new. And they're actually a band, which is also refreshing.
Yeah, exactly. It's not some little wiki DJ or freaking nonsense. Exactly. It's real music.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh man.
how's the end of the year and all? What you gonna be doing for Christmas and all that kind of fun stuff?
So I'm officially on holiday now. My last
Nice.
day was Saturday.
Okay.
And thank goodness it's flipping cool down here, because for the last week it has been brutal. Oh my word, it's really been. We've taken strain, and then we had a massive storm on Saturday night, and then the temperature broke, so now it's a lot cooler, which is great. So, but yeah, not got some stuff to do. Hopefully, should be shooting my new show reel this week with.
Yeah.
Got a cameraman editor coming to do that for me.
Okay.
I just need to confirm the day. Yeah, because obviously my marketing needs to be a lot better. I'm not very happy with the last show reel I did, so I need to up
How's that?
quality. No, it's not great. I did it myself, and it's not very. It's like I said. I think I said to you, I think I lost a gig because of the. Quality.
Yeah, I remember.
So I was like, next year needs to be leveling up, just improving in whatever way I can. So that's one of them.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. How's the job? How's the work?
Loving it.
How's it going?
Loving it. It's one of the first jobs. It's one of those jobs that you find once in a while where you actually don't rush to go home because you're just enjoying it. So like my shifts might end at 5, but I'll hang around with the owner for like 20-30 minutes, and I love it. Really, really good. I'm really enjoying it.
That's really awesome.
It's good.
Kind of connect with it.
It's a complete 180 from my previous job.
Well, that's brilliant, man. That's cool.
Yeah, that's good. I'm enjoying it. Off 25th, 26th, and then right back into it, and then off on New Year's Day.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And how's it? How's it been? Sort of clientele wise, has it still been quite busy, or is it slowing down now a bit?
It's been quiet, and we're basically trying to work the different ways of marketing, how to make it a little bit better.
Okay.
And so, because it's the holidays now, it is busy. Which is good, but you've got to really push hard to make sure that they actually make enough for when winter comes and there's less people coming in.
Right.
But we're hoping to pump it up really well with marketing and all that kind of stuff. So
cool. When does winter officially? Is winter around the same time as in SA?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so it's May, June, July, August. Okay, cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. And when I fly my mum across next time, it's going to be October, November, when the weather is actually good.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Compared to last time. Anyways, that's enough boring talk. I don't think anybody really gives a rat's ass about. Oh, speaking of rats, so there's a
okay.
There's I'm getting bored. Well, I'm getting bored for the people who might actually be already bored of hearing our crap.
Oh, okay.
About. So, anyways, so there's a hairstyle right now with the youngsters here, and part of the hairstyle is called a rat's tail. Literally, what they do is they grow it, is they get the haircut, but they leave a certain amount of long hair at the middle back of their head, and then they basically plait it. Not that not as
Wow.
in like, I mean, it's literally like a small little, and it'll have like a bead on it or something like that. Sorry, it's not the girls who do that; it's the guys who do that, and it's called a rat's.
Okay.
It's called a rat's tail. I don't know why who would do it, but it's a trend, and maybe it's just over here where I am. But it's called a rat's tail.
Do they let it grow out of the back, sort of middle, or down at the bottom at the neck?
Back middle.
Okay. Because back in the 80s, I don't know if it was just a South African thing, but the guys used to have a short haircut, but then at the back, down where the hair ends at their neck, they would grow that in it.
Yeah, I can see a photo of that. I can see a photo of that now that I'm scrolling through. No, it's not. It's
Okay.
a lot higher up, because that rat's tail looks more like a ponytail, just not a really nice one. It looks like a baby ponytail. This one is actually the top middle part, and the rest is not really long hair at all.
Okay. I could see how some guys could pull it off. I think you'd probably have to have the right general vibe.
I think it's just funny. I don't really think I don't know. It made me think of when I was in New Zealand for properly last when I was like 20. I don't even think he knew me that well. I don't actually know if anybody knew me. Our friends. No, in fact, Ronan Murray would have. At least. Anyways, I was here, and there was a hairstyle that was going around at my young age of 19, 20-year-old in New Zealand. And I can't find photos of it, but it was a legit hairstyle. It was like a legit funky thing where you would shave, but you would leave this part of your hair unshaven. So almost like shaves with a mini bang.
So you walk around looking like Tintin.
Not as good as Tintin.
I have seen that before. That was a popular one.
It was a popular one here, and when I think about it now, it's like that's just silly. But obviously, when you are too cool for school, hey.
What is it with all the young guys these days and this sort of moppy hairstyle on top? Like, what do they call it? Like a cauliflower hairstyle? Like,
I don't know.
It's a lot of the young guys here, and like they send they all these memes of like, this is what every like 18-year-old guy at the gym looks like, with this sort of moppy curly hair on top. It's a couple of my students have got it as well. I'm like, what is with this? I don't know. Just
these youngsters, these youngsters, bro. I got suckered. It just shows that I'm a little bit lonely, and that's okay. I will admit it. I am. So I said I'm done with all these dating apps. I was like, I'm done. I'm over. It's finished.
Yeah.
Bloody freaking Instagram always gets me with stupid shit, and I still believe it. I
tell me the story.
So I spent $35 on some. Well, I mean, I spent money on Tinder, so which I said I'd never do it. Okay, that's not really it. The way that I lost it is stupid. I'll admit it. It was dumb. So it's this site. It's called I think it's called One. I'll tell you now. Okay. I didn't even know about it until Instagram. I think it's called Once, actually. Yes, Once. That's what it's called.
Was it one of those Instagram? Was it one of those adverts, like a sponsored thing that comes up as you're scrolling through Instagram?
Yeah. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to show you how. Now, I wish I had typed in Once dating app and read reviews of it before I had even gone on to it. Basically, and I also should have seen It's a Red Flag by the amount of gorgeous women that just kept on popping up on the screen, like it was reams. And I've said it before, and it's not in any way rude or horrible to hear. In South Africa, I think we're spoiled for choice.
Yeah.
So here, not as much. So I should have already gotten alarm bells going when almost 98% were just like absolutely gorgeous.
It's too good to be true.
Like I was like, so I should have. There was like a little bit that was like, Gareth, this probably not. But I was like, and then I matched with somebody and we started chatting. And then it got to a point where I was thinking, hold on. Oh, then it's very, very smart. This is how I got suckered in. So I'm chatting with this woman. She's 53, really, really pretty. We're talking about stuff. And then it says, if you want to continue this chat because she's highly popular, click on this. Whoop.
Oh,
no. So I clicked on it. And I was like, you know what? No. I swear, Gareth, there's something there. Let's not lose this opportunity, which I may never get back again. So I signed up for a month. That did not. So now I'm carrying on this conversation. A bloop pops up again. I was like, I've just spent like $35 on a monthly thing. Actually, it's but that's not the worst of it. After I had paid, and I'm carrying on conversation, I immediately knew, because I've been on another app that's not a dating app, but just an app.
Yeah.
The conversations and the wording and the way that it was done was so obviously AI.
Yeah.
This is what it does. It's an AI thing. And the way that I worked it out, because I knew, I was like, hold on, no, something isn't right there. So when and also when you like, I don't know, like, 10, 15 girls within the space of like 10, 20 seconds already on, so nice to see you. I'm like, oh, you stupid idiot. You idiot.
That's another red flag. That never happens.
I was like, damn, I'm popular. But I mean, they had done it in such a way. Okay, one's in Auckland, one's in Waitara, one's in Whangarei. I'm like, oh, okay, wow. And so then I'm having a chat to this person, and the way that I verified myself 100, by then I already knew. Okay, I already knew it's a scam. So I wrote, the first question I asked was to this person who supposedly lives in Auckland for like her lifetime. I wrote on the first question, how are things going in India? Because I'm pretty sure if it wasn't AI, there's some kind of a chat system going on. That's what they do.
Yeah.
So obviously if it's somebody real, but like, why are you asking about India? I'm like in Auckland. And it was like, oh no, it's really, really good. Thank you. Have you ever been? I was like, oh, Gareth.
Yeah.
Gareth. Oh, and then some of their bios, I screenshotted one of them just because it was funny.
Yeah.
This is one of them. Vera, 28, popular member. All of them are popular members, by the way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Somehow you have to pay to talk to these That's when I really should have gone, hold on, I've got to pay just because she's popular. Okay, Gareth, you idiot. Anyways, Vera, 28, about me. I am empathetic. I like breakfast in bed, chilling at home. Now, that's her vibes, okay? So there's vibes which you can put out. Then you do, and then you can do a written thing about me. This is hers. I deeply enjoy introspection and analyzing people's behaviors through mind games.
Word.
Oh my soul.
But it's scary. It's really scary.
Very scary, dude.
But they know what they're doing because of
very good at it.
Yeah, and there are that many like lonely and like
And I
quite
will admit,
desperate
well, I
guys
mean,
that.
I went on there. I'm not desperate, but I'm kind of lonely. I
But
was
you
like,
know, you're
okay,
gonna.
I've been trying different apps. This actually
Yeah.
sounds pretty promising. I won't lie. Yes, there is a part of me which is lonely. Absolutely. So that's how I got suckered in.
Yeah.
But I should have seen it before. And it's like, Gareth, if this hot woman is talking to you and wants to like you to come over and cook for her, Gareth, I mean, it's not to say that you're an ugly guy, but let's think rationally here.
Yeah.
Oh my
I mean,
soul.
just think about this. I mean, like, because if you're walking around in public, okay, it is not, girls don't approach guys in public. They just don't. You're walking around a shopping mall,
No,
standing in a
no.
bookstore, you're in a queue at a coffee shop or whatever. You know, the likelihood of a girl taking the initiative of striking up a conversation with a guy
Yeah.
is tiny. He's got to be so
Oh, he
he's
has
got
to
to
be the
be
hottest in the
so
universe.
good looking that she would say to herself, I cannot let this opportunity pass me by. But that does not happen. That does not happen to 98% of guys. Why? Because we're expected to do the initiating. Okay. And so if a girl comes up to me in public and starts talking to me, my first reaction is, what's the scam? Where's the camera? Why are you talking to me? Like, I'm on my guard, and my flipping spider senses are tingling. Like, what the hell do you want? I won't be friendly.
Yeah.
I'd be like, get away from me. What is this?
Really?
I'd probably almost be a little bit hostile, because it's that thing. I'd be like, there's a catch here, and I don't want any part of it. It's weird. I mean, I was in a bookstore. I was in a bookstore a while back.
Yeah.
I think I'd run into a mate of mine, and we were kind of walking around, and we went to exclusive books, and it was weird. We were standing there, and this girl comes up to us, and the first question she asks is, "Sorry, have you guys seen me before?" Like, that's what she asked.
Have you seen me before?
That's what she asked us.
How does that work?
And our first reaction was like, no, we haven't. This is really weird. And then she walked away. So I've got a feeling that there was something. I think there was something fishy there. And
what is that about?
I don't know. But I think the way we reacted, we were quite guarded. And this was years ago. We were quite guarded because that just doesn't happen. And then she walked away, and we didn't see her again. So I don't know if she was running some.
Well, the audacity to come up to you and say, I'm sure you've seen me before, because whatever, I'm famous.
I don't know.
On. No, it's. I mean, no one does that. Even it's just not normal.
Exactly.
And that's like also such amount of pride. Like, guys, have you seen me before?
Yeah.
No, I think the other way around. Have I seen you before? It's so stupid.
Yeah, I know. And yeah, so that's so now, yeah, I know this whole the dating apps thing and the way things are working now. Remember, there's so many more guys than women on any of these dating apps.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Even the real ones, the legit ones, where you actually are talking to women.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, still I know.
And not some guy called Rajesh sitting in a flippin' somewhere in India behind a computer.
Now,
yeah, I think
now
I was actually yeah.
No, I was going to say again, if someone says, "Oh, you're like, oh, India," unfortunately, a lot of scams come through India.
Yeah.
Or Nigeria. So it's not a race thing. It's just like it's a history of the major scams that have come through, unfortunately, are Indian based. And that's just how it is. And going back to what you were saying, yeah, dude, the amount of money. I'm gonna read someone's message on Reddit that was linked to this. They said it's a reasonably long, but this is now from somebody else, you know, from some other guy, so you'll get an idea of, you know, what happens. Says yep, it is truly a complete scam. I signed up a while back, but never used it and never paid for anything. One day I noticed an email in my inbox about a message from someone. Checked it out and she was gorgeous. And then I looked and noticed I had lots of messages. So I thought, what the hell? Let's give it a shot. Paid $30 for a 3-month subscription. That's thinking I was good now and could use the app freely and talk to people, which is how most, now that's obviously how normal dating app works. Yes. Anyways.
Yeah.
That's how they normally work. So your initial, yeah, I'll read more of it. The initial thing is you're so used to on dating sites, which is what I did on Tinder. Okay, cool. I just want to know who likes me. Fair enough. But you get full usage of the app. So
Yes.
I could like someone, I could not like someone, I could reverse. So you got everything for that monthly subscription. With this thing, that's how it got me and everybody else. You think that you're going to be able just to, you know, do everything as normal. Somehow they market it in such a way that you believe it.
Yeah.
Carrying on. Boy, was I wrong. That basically, so he says, I paid $30 for a 3-month subscription. Mine was a month. Thinking I was good now and could use the app freely and talk to people. I mean, why not? Boy, was I wrong. That basically, so what this allows you, he says, which is true, it basically just allows you to now look at profiles, have your profile and chat with some people. Except, this is very true, this is how it got me. You can't chat with people who are considered popular users. It's really a flag. You actually have to buy coins separately, which are quite pricey, just to talk to these people, which ironically happen to be obviously the most attractive woman on there. Then what really tipped me off, because of this ridiculous way of making the most money of its users, was the fact that on the second day of using it a little bit, I began to notice that not only was I getting a hard to believe amount of messages sent to me from women I didn't initiate contact with, but they were all attractive as hell. And they all ironically were from the same 2 or 3 places or cities in the world. But also, most importantly, wouldn't you know it, every single one of them happened to be popular users, which meant if I wanted to chat with them, I had to pay extra. One of them happened to be popular users. I had to pay extra for each of them and each message I would want to send to them. And I'm not exaggerating. Literally every single one of them were popular users that I had to pay extra. And I literally had about 16 to 20 different chats that were initiated not by me. It was so obvious. I mean, I'm not horribly ugly, but I'm not the most sexy man on earth either. And women typically always the initiators of the ones who reach out to guys or chase them. So what are the odds that I just happen to have 15 to 20 super attractive women reaching out to me and initiating messages with me at all times, and that all happen to be from the same 2 or 3 areas of the world, and all were popular users that I'll have to pay extra for? What an effing scam.
Yeah. Pretty much. The only time when I first started my whole sort of dating journey, if you like, it was pre-Tinder. It was pre-dating apps. It was pre-smartphones, really. Smartphones weren't, let's say, okay, so I think smartphones were coming out, but they weren't as prevalent as they are now.
It was real dating.
So it was, but so yes, there were dating sites, and that's when when I got onto a dating site. Yes, you did have to pay in order to, but it wasn't like this. You know, you paid your monthly subscription or whatever, and then that opened up everything, and you were doing it. It wasn't an app, and it wasn't like, okay, pay more to chat to this person, because you were actually chatting to real people. I ended up having quite a few cool dates on the.
Oh, really?
That was
okay.
Yeah.
So it worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
What was it called? Chat 24 or something. Yeah, it was one of those.
I remember.
Yeah. So that's
Chat
that's
24,
what I decided to try, and it was pretty cool. And then obviously later on came the dating apps and everything. But when it comes to like Bumble or Tinder or whatever, I have never paid on those dates on those apps ever. So
Speaking of dating and relationships, I heard this brilliant joke. It's
yeah.
I was actually going to try and do it as if it was like a real story, but I just wouldn't have worked. So here's the joke. It's really good. Well, I think it's good. It might suck, but anyways, I thought it was clever. He says this: I used to have a lot of married friends, but all of my married friends have gotten divorced in the past 2 years. All of them happens, and I've noticed something. All my friends' divorces have two things in common: infidelity and me.
Wow.
Love it. Love it.
He's like, okay then.
You naughty bastard, you.
Oh my soul. I must, you know what, I think you know, these days, I think for guys, like, okay, yeah, the whole thing of being out there and approaching girls and the whole cold approaching, you know, what they call cold approaching, where you're just out in public and you see a pretty girl walking through the shopping mall or whatever, and you go and initiate that conversation. I mean, that's cool, but I also find that it's also been my experience, sort of in the last, I don't know, in the last while, the more sort of genuine attraction that I've felt from women that I've met have just been in the course of just living life and being in situations where you didn't even initiate something, but you kind of met someone in passing. You met someone during the course of whatever you were doing, and you're like, oh wow, and then from there you kind of initiate something. And sometimes, a lot of times, it's been for me a little bit more successful, if you like, with meeting someone who actually comes across being more sort of genuinely interested and attracted to you. And I think that's often a good thing for guys to be doing, is really just, you know, 80% focusing on just moving your life forward, making your life better, doing your thing, being on your mission. And then during the course of that, you know, when you run into someone that you think is cool or whatever, and there was something like, say you're just working your ass off at the restaurant, and you know, something happens in a social situation with a group of women who have come in for lunch, you know, kind of thing, and it sparks that sort of back and forth banter, or, you know, whatever.
It doesn't happen like that, to be honest.
Well, it probably won't happen like that very often, but you never know.
Well,
that kind of thing.
Well, in the working environment, you're not. No, the whole idea of, no, you work at a bar, you're going to pick up women. No, if you start any kind of thoughts like that, it looks dodge, and that you're trying to hit on your customers, and that it's just not going to happen. Right. You know what I mean? It's like saying, okay, well, I work in a retail store, and if there's a really pretty girl, I'm going to go and talk to her. No, that's kind of like stalking weirdness. No. If you were by yourself and you weren't working in that environment, but because you're working in that environment and you're like, hey, oh my gosh, she smiled at me. Let's go, baby. It doesn't work. No, it doesn't work. It works like that in movies, especially at bars. It's a great movie thing. But you know, but yeah, no.
Okay.
That's just my viewpoint. That's just my viewpoint.
Yeah.
Speaking.
Oh no. I'm just saying, like, I'm enjoying, like, with regards to the whole dating thing or whatever. I am going to enjoy a dating-free December where I'm just chilling and working on my own stuff. I couldn't be bothered. I'm not on any dating apps. I am not doing any of that. I am loving lying on the couch watching TV on my own, maybe with a cat lying next to me. So
damn right.
I'm not doing anything else.
Damn right.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, speaking of movies and lying on the couches, there's one that I'm
Yes.
going to watch tonight. It's called Heretic, and it's with the reason why I want to watch it is because it's with what's his name again? Hugh Grant.
Oh, I've seen the trailers for that.
And it's like I don't normally watch anything that's like specifically scary or could be a horror thing. But the fact that Hugh Grant got into such a role that he acted so well that he's scary as F, I was like, okay, I've got to give it a shot. Heretic basically it says so it's a 2024. Oh, it's called a psychological horror. Okay. And it basically stars, it's basically about two Mormon missionaries who attempt to convert a reclusive man, but realize he is more dangerous than he seems.
That's cool. Yeah, I must say I did take a look at something about that. It does look pretty cool.
I'm going to watch it. And then I'm going to watch another one, and that's a very embarrassing one. But for some reason, I want to watch it again. I watched it when I was younger. You're going to laugh at this one. I sometimes watch like movies like, why would you watch that?
Oh, so do I, dude. Sometimes.
Well, not this one. This is really pushing the boundaries as to like, Gareth, why would you want to watch that? Why have I watched it once already? It's called Save the Last Dance. I had
that movie on DVD.
Yes, with Julia Stiles. And the whole mix between the ballet and hip hop and the white girl and the black guy and it's a guilty pleasure movie that I just felt like watching. I don't know why, but I do know why. No. But yeah, I'm going to give it a watch.
You know what? I got to be those kinds of movies. I never have any shame in watching because I just love movies to do with performing arts. So anything to do with music, dance. Did you ever see like? Oh, geez, I'm really gonna. Some people are gonna think I'm gonna handing in my masculinity card here. Did you ever see a movie called Center? Did you ever see a movie called Center Stage? It's about a ballet school.
I know of it, but no, I didn't.
It's actually a really good movie, but it's got to do with the performing arts, which is why I enjoy it so much. Yeah. So Save the Last Dance is another one. It's just so I don't know. There's no and like I said, I had that movie on DVDs. I've watched it a lot. I've watched it quite a few times.
Really? Okay, good. I don't feel as embarrassed to watch it again.
No, dude. So I've been like knowing me with watching series and stuff, there's so many that I'm late to the party on, but I finally got into watching Yellowstone.
Okay. Yeah, I won't watch it because it's country and cowboys and shit, but I mean,
no, I must say I've enjoyed it.
It's just not my style.
I've enjoyed it. There's another series, this guy, Taylor Sheridan, the screenwriter and director, the guy's blowing up, hey? He was, and he created Yellowstone, and then he's got some spin-off series that revolve around the same family, but prequels, like in the 1800s and the 1900s and all this. And then he's done a new one. I don't know if you've seen trailers of it. It's called Landman with Billy Bob Thornton.
Landman?
And Demi Moore.
No.
And it's all about the Texas oil and gas industry.
Okay.
And just as Billy Bob Thornton's cool, hey? Wow, what a cool character. I've only seen 2 episodes, but it's good. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not sort of cowboyish, if you like, but it's definitely more to do with just all oil. How important oil is. And the money that gets made.
Oh, I'm sure.
And it's just, what is he? There's one cool scene that's clipped on YouTube where he's doing this he's got this monologue that he's talking to this lawyer about, and they're driving along in the car, and he talks about the oil industry making like $13 billion a day in pure profit, and you're like, what?
Billion.
$1 billion, yeah. That's how big this industry is, and it's nuts. So yeah, it's a cool series, cool characters. So anyone out there who hasn't watched Landman, check it out.
Landman. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a thing now which is being done with IMDb where it gives you a little added onto the app where you can make your own top 10 or your like favorite top 10 movies or 20 movies of 2024.
Okay.
So my challenge to you, and I don't know if anybody else wants to do it, is I'll send you a link, and you need to make your choices of your top 10 or your top 20 and see how much we align. I'm sure some of it's going to be close.
Let me
and
ask
then report
this,
back in our next episode next year.
That's a good idea. Is it just movies or is it series as well?
I'm pretty sure you can also.
Can you add both?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm on the site now.
Okay.
I think you can do both. To be completely honest.
Okay.
That
would be cool if you could.
I'll have to research it
combine
a little bit more, but I did it recently. And I mean, I didn't really do much.
Okay.
More than look at it.
Yeah.
But I thought it was very, very cool. It's like you have to put down, what your number one, number two, which is too bloody hard. So it's like almost I'm just going to put my favorite 10, and it's not going to be the number one is there, number 10 is there.
No specific order, just.
I mean, it'll go down as this movie is number one because you put it first, but
okay.
But it doesn't have to be. I reckon you can do like a top 3 of the. And what's great about it is it only allows you to pull movies from 2024, so you can't make a mistake and find a movie from last year because it won't show up on the search system, which I thought was very clever.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. Is it specifically to do with 2024? It's not
only 2024.
Okay, all right. It's not like you're watching your top favorite movies and series from the last 20 years.
No, that's why it says 2024.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
I think you missed out on that point that it said 2024.
I have to have all my ducks in a row and just cross the I's and dot the T's.
Yeah. Yeah, IMDb is great because it pulls up, and then there's really cool things as well because it'll. Oh, anyways, that's I'm going to another comedy show next year, which I'm very excited about actually.
Oh, flip! Who are you going to see now?
He's a Kiwi of notage. His name is I think it's Rice Darby. He's you'll know the face. He's very over the top Kiwi. Like, I'll pull up at you'll know him. Hold on, bud. Let me actually pull up a bunch of movies about him. Rice
Darby.
You won't know the name, but you'll know the movies. But he's a Kiwi, like very clear, strong.
So he's been in a couple of movies as well.
Oh, a crap load of movies. He's very funny. Let me just find what movies he's been in for you that you might have seen. Let's see what comes up. Did you watch? It's a series that was out like in 2007, called Flight of the Conchords, and it's about a band.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Right. Their manager called Murray Hewitt. That's Rice Darby.
No.
Right. Do I have to pull up a trailer? Okay, I do. Fine.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, because it's a long time since I watched.
Oh, it's one of the greatest series to ever come out of this beautiful country.
They were brilliant, eh? Yes.
Murray. I'm gonna pull it up. He is iconic. And in fact, at the Coldplay concert, they actually referenced him in part of a conversation which they had with the crowd.
Okay.
Very cool. So if you knew who he was, people like lost their shit. But okay, here we go. I'm going to pull this up quickly. I won't play it all, but you will know who this is. As it starts, if you don't know who it is, then you have no idea. I guarantee that you'll know this guy. One of my favorites, Kiwi of Noted, which is why I also love him.
It's been years since I've watched this.
Here we go. This is Russ. This
Band
is Murray.
meeting. Brett.
Yes.
Jermaine.
Also, yes.
Murray, present.
It's called a bass.
That's
I
Murray.
call it the dad guitar because it's more like a
Da 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 da. I'm your dad. Hey Murray, get into the shed and get the mower. Do the
You need Brett's mum guitar to add
One
the
of the
beautiful
best series
tones.
ever made, man.
Come on now, Murray's okay. He's with me. Why you get home so late, Gordon? I'm just having a few beers.
It'll sound fine.
Oh, why don't you become a prostitute? Why aren't I a prostitute?
Why aren't I a prostitute, Brett?
Good one, Nigel. Why isn't Nigel a prostitute? We could all be in a prostitute club. Who were those guys that you were dissing? The only one I could make out was Snoopy. What's your problem with him?
No, Snoop Dogg.
I know he's a dog, Brett. I'm not totally in the dark ages. I do go out once in a while. Hey, there's a card.
Jermaine dealing diplomat. This looks like it was made in one of those machines you find at Kinko's.
That's right. Yeah, we've got an account there. We get them all done there. And here's my one. So you can get like 1,000 done for $10. Where do you get your cards done? You got badges, have you? I suppose. Do you get those at Kinko's? Yes. No. Yes. No. How about yes? How about no? I'd rather you say yes. No. Yes.
Murray?
Not now. I'm just in the middle of a debate, Greg. The difference between cool bands and you is here. Can't believe it, Jermaine. He's not a dick or a tick. And Brett, you can't confirm that he's a dick. You might as well call me a dick.
I do call you a dick sometimes.
So-
I've called you a dick before.
All right, that's another issue. We need to discuss.
So that's Bryce Harvey.
Okay, I remember him now. Isn't he? He's not like he works at like some crappy office day job, but then on the side he's like their manager or something.
He's the manager. Yeah, that's right.
But he's like
He's their forced on manager. It's like they don't really need him, but he makes himself like he's there the whole time. He's their manager. But he's brilliant. He's been in some really good movies. He's a New Zealand icon, really. So he hasn't been doing comedy or movies for a little while now, and he's now doing a comeback tour, and it's called I'm excited, man, because he is he's just, I love him. He's funny. You know, as an actor, he's hilarious. He's so, for the fact that I can like actually get to see him like live is a big thing, because he doesn't normally do this. His tour is called The Legend Returns. So you didn't think much about himself then. He's pretty
confident.
He's pretty confident, isn't he?
Where is he going to be performing?
All around the country, but he's going to.
Where are you going to go and watch him, basically?
Outside Auckland, there's a place, there's a theater there that he's I think he's doing like 3 nights because he's like really popular. Nice. I pull up quickly some comedy. I don't know this one, so it could be terrible or it could be good. But this was on just for laughs, an Australian Aussie one. Let me just pull this up quickly. Hold on for me. I'm just going to double down on that.
Rhys Darby.
So I've met a few people the last couple of days. I've met a lot of people actually, and you have to meet people, don't you? Even if you don't want to. Oh, have you met John? Oh, please. I've met enough today. Oh, good day, mate. I'm a handshaker because these days there's so many different ways of meeting, you know. There's the high five. Some people are just really excited. High five. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Some people hug. If I get a hug, I just sort of receive it. Thank you. Enjoy that. Now, like I said, can I just put $20 petrol in the car? Thanks. And of course, there's the fist, which is that's the latest. That thing there. Which, when that first happened to me, I just didn't know what to do with it. I saw it. I just grabbed it.
One of my students does that.
I've done the two-part mistake actually,
You tried to punch me, but you've missed.
and that's exactly
Nice.
what's happened to me a few times when somebody comes in with the fist and then you're not
Yeah.
sure, so they change their hand to a handshake, and then you're not sure, and then you end up just doing that the whole time.
But that's what happened. That's what happened during, like in the aftermath of COVID. People
Yeah.
were people
Oh,
didn't
yes,
want to
it's the
shake
fist bump.
hands. So you get this whole thing. One person goes in with a fist bump. One person comes in with a hand, and then you start doing this.
Until you
You're
finally
like,
go.
and then it gets awkward.
That's exactly what happens.
But I've got this student, man. He's like 18, and he's still trying to find himself, and he's a little awkward, but he's a cool guy. And I think, and also sometimes I'll go in with a fist bump to like say cheers to him. Cheers, buddy. Have a good day. He'll reach up, he'll grab my fist. I'm like, dude, don't do that. That's funny. Gotta shout at some of these kids. Yeses.
It's a bit of awkwardness.
Yeah.
So anyway, so he's that's not really his funny stuff. Point being, yeah, it's in March, so I've already booked ahead because he'll sell out pretty fast. I mentioned last episode, I think, that Eden Park now can have 12 shows instead of 6 a year.
You did so, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to whoever appears. Who was coming? There was some big name coming.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. You haven't heard sort of any schedules or tour
No, because
schedules yet.
Not yet. We'll see probably January, February. But I know that Dua Lipa's coming, and she sells out pretty fast. But she's not. But you'll see by the stadium that they are performing at as to how popular they will be. So she's at Spark Arena, which is where I saw Blink 182. That's a few thousand. That's about, I don't know, 6,000 or 7,000 compared to an Eden Park that's like 60,000. So Luke Combs, for example, which is it's next month. It's like in 2 or 3 weeks actually.
Are you going? Hey.
Yep, I'm going. Not that I know much of music, but you were saying that I should go, so I was like, okay, I'll take your word for it. I hear he does like amazing shows, so I'm quite stoked actually.
Awesome.
That's about the second week of January. That's at Eden Park, and he's sold out. He's doing 2 shows, and they were both sold out, almost sold out. Zach Brown sold out within like literally half a day.
Jeez,
so people here seem to really love Zach Brown. He sold out like so quickly. Definitely, Luke Combs will also sell, but no, the other concerts I'm not sure of. The only big one that I didn't get tickets for, but probably will near the end of the year when people go, oh crap, I can't go to it, is the Metallica one.
If you could still see if you could land a ticket for that, that would be amazing.
I'm definitely going to go to that. Somehow I will make a plan.
I mean, just the experience of that
Massive.
type of, dude.
Exactly.
I mean, I've missed them the both times they've come here.
Just alone for their stage setup as well is just it's so clever.
Correct.
So that's good. I know that Linkin Park are going to be touring properly middle of to late next year. So who knows? The great thing is that Australia has they can sell out a band, if they're big, can sell out 5 or 6 shows easily there. So if there's a big enough draw card to Australia, then they make a stop over to New Zealand, but not the other way around, because popularity and and money making happens in Australia. So that'd be fun. One day. Phenomenal
That'd be cool,
band,
man.
as we both know. U2 are actually going to release one more album,
Really?
and they're going to go on a world tour as well.
Okay.
Would you believe it?
Jeepers.
I've seen them. Yeah, I always wonder, like with a band like U2, which are great, brilliant band, but would you kind of feel that in their heyday they were amazing? Would people now still? Is there much of a need of a new album from YouTube? And would you YouTube? And would you go to a concert? A diehards, maybe.
Maybe,
But
but
besides the diehards, is there really much of a call for it?
it just seems like the music that they've released more recently has just not been up to
Yeah.
the standard of what we remember U2 to have been.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because there are bands that are still going that are the same sort of age as U2 or have been going for longer or for going as long, and they're still releasing music that is really, really good.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know. It's just I haven't I haven't really heard a lot of the recent U2 stuff, but what I did hear, I was like, okay, they don't seem to be. It's almost like you kind of get more of an impression of like they're doing it for the sake of doing it instead of really like putting the effort into
No,
writing.
exactly. That's what it feels.
And I
like.
don't like that. I don't like that. It's like, guys, if you're gonna put something out, like put the effort in. Don't write.
Yeah.
Don't skate. Don't just skate on your success.
Yeah.
Think that whatever we put out, people are gonna listen to. It's like, no, dude, like put the work in.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Give us another Where the Streets Have No Name. Give us the next Pride in the Name of Love. Give us the next Sunday Bloody Sunday. Flipping hell. Pick your epic.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Pick your epic song, kind of thing. It's like you guys have got the freaking talent, but anyway, whatever.
Going.
Yeah.
No, you can go because I was just going to, as we wrap up, I was just going to talk about. I do have a whole line of bands that I'm aware that are coming through that are interesting. So you can, whatever you wanted to say. Sorry.
So what I found out I think just yesterday is that next year will be Iron Maiden's 50th anniversary. They've been going for 50 years.
Half shit.
A century. And and Nico McBrain, the drummer, has just played his last show with the band. He's had to bow out. I think old age. He's just and they've got his replacement, but Nico has now bowed out. They had his last show, apparently was really emotional and stuff, and he bowed out on a very, very positive note. And he's sort of the drum chair in Iron Maiden has now been taken over, and he's going to enjoy his retirement. And that's the end of an era. But 50 years Iron Maiden have been going. How crazy!
That's incredible. They must be bloody old.
Hey, they still killed it when I saw them a good couple of years ago. So, and they're all over 60 when I saw them. So they're closer to 70 now. So.
Well, speaking of these like old bands, ZZ Top is coming here. I thought they were like long gone. ZZ Top. Well, that's not my style of music. I thought they were like long finished.
I'm regretting really.
They must definitely be like 50 years older or
I'm
something.
I'm regretting not seeing them when they came here.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not really a ZZ Top fan.
I would have enjoyed seeing them.
What's scary also of someone old who this guy never seems to die. Bryan Adams.
Oh yeah, he's still going.
He's doing another show, and he's bringing in his opening act is James Arthur, who's a really good artist. You would call him a whinger. One of those
very
like
much so.
miners.
I don't like James Arthur.
He's pretty much that kind of music. Crash Test Dummies.
Yeah, they're still going.
Band.
Yeah.
They're still freaking doing what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting. A lot of the shows recently and in the future are just old bands. It almost feels like, okay, so this band, so if Iron Maiden or if Crash the Stomachs can do it, yeah, we'll just reform the bands to make a shitload of money. And that's how it feels like. It's more of a money-making thing than an actual, they really want to go out and tour the world. That's what it feels like to me.
Well, you see, a lot of these bands still have a very, very loyal following, and you know, it is what they do for a living. It's always nice to see these old bands when they are putting out new material. I think if a band is just if they just keep going and just play the old stuff, I'm like, okay, all right, you know, let's get a new album from you guys. You know, that would be nice.
It feels like recently, it's just over the last few years, it's just been all these like old bands are just like coming, you know, like, hey, we're going to do a live show. It's like, don't know if anybody really needed you.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. It's like, so because the one old band, so because there was a band that was, you know, that has come back out of retirement, it worked. Oh, cool. Let's all jump on the bandwagon.
That's definitely happened. Yeah.
That's what it feels like, and it just irritates me. Do you know Jack White is coming here? If you know Jack White,
that would be an interesting show.
He's a
I
very
would enjoy seeing him.
Jack White, yeah, he's very creative. One that I would love to go, is he's the brother of Billie Eilish. His name is Phineas. He has had a hand. He has had, which you'll know, he has written so many. He has played a part in almost every single Billie Eilish song. People know he's a
producer.
Creative. Yeah,
he's her producer.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
he's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
I mean, the fact that they do most of their music like in their bedroom is just creativity up the wazoo. So Phineas, people would probably think of Billie Eilish first, but Phineas, as a solo person, he was going way before Billie Eilish was, and he writes such good music. So that could be also really good as well.
Yeah, Billie Eilish is the face and the voice, but she wouldn't sound like that if it wasn't for her brother.
Agreed.
And I've enjoyed watching YouTube videos of Phineas because he sort of, there's stuff on how he does his producing and what he does and his methods and all kinds of stuff, and it's really interesting to watch.
One that you would possibly go to is An Evening with Bob Geldof.
I don't know about. No, I was never a big Bob Geldof.
No, I'm kidding you. You're not a Bob Geldof fan. You would probably go to ZZ Top. Anyways, we are going on quite long. So if anybody has actually lasted this long while you're a diehard, you're a diehard. And thank you for lasting. Yeah. There's a whole pile. Do you know Ryan Adams? Not Bryan Adams. Ryan Adams.
I have heard the name. I know he's been around for a long time. I wouldn't recognize his music
as well. Yeah, he's very poppy. I just can't believe that Bryan Adams still can go around the world and sell out, even though he's like 40. He's probably in his 50s by now. He's long gone.
I think he's probably closer. He's probably closer to 60.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I would imagine the majority are like older women who like have these like memories of their first love, they from the summer of '69, and it's like,
and Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yeah, that one. You're right, actually. Yeah. So, anyways, I'll be interested to see who comes across to Australia and New Zealand next year. I'm just hoping, and you wouldn't go to his, which is fine. I'm hoping the ultimate concert that I would want to go to, and I would book at least two nights in a row, would be Machine Gun Kelly. That's like guaranteed. I mean, not even a question. Because like when I went to Coldplay, who I love, I realized when I finished, you know, when it was done, you got to go at least more than once because it's going to be a fantastic concert. I feel for that one with I don't know if Machine Gun Kelly would sell out Eden Park. I don't know if there's
I don't think so either.
50,000 people in New Zealand who would go crazy to watch Machine Gun Kelly. I would probably think he would be at a Spark Arena. That's about 10 or 12,000 people. Possibly bigger, which was where the Foo Fighters were. That's called Mount Smart Stadium. And that was about 20,000. That was about 17, 18,000. So I would think possibility he would, but he wouldn't do like a huge Eden Park show. You have to be like Coldplay, Pink, Luke Combs, that kind of a biggie.
Yeah.
If you could see one band, like that's it, one show only.
Oh, jeez.
And you could only go to one.
Oh, my word. Don't put me on the spot, man.
I know, it's difficult, isn't it? Okay, I'll give you three. Just because I'm in a good mood.
Top three.
So
How
you can have
magnanimous of you.
No, two. Only two. Let's not go crazy.
I think because I missed them the last 2 times they came here, I think, and considering how much of a machine and juggernaut Metallica are, I would have to say Metallica.
That's fair.
Just to know, just because I've been such a big fan over the years, and just to have seen them once.
Yeah.
And I think, without really overthinking it, probably Bruce Springsteen.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. You really love this stuff.
I think he did come to SA, and the ticket prices were just
it must be
unbelievably expensive.
That'd be a brilliant show.
Yeah, that's that because he's such a because I just love him as an artist and a songwriter and everything. I'm just such a huge fan. His politics aside.
Exactly, politics.
I'm still able to really love an artist even though I don't agree with their politics.
No, exactly.
So I'll always love Bruce Springsteen. So
to me, music should be just music, and if you want to do politics, do it outside of your concert. That's how I feel.
True. Yeah.
Definitely. And sadly, if we are talking about old, Cliff Richard is somehow still going. Cliff Richard, he must be.
I think he probably baths in formaldehyde. He has formaldehyde showers because he doesn't age.
No, he doesn't. That's a scary thing. But he almost looks as if there was a big enough wind, he would fall over.
Oh yeah, no, he's. It's crazy that he's still alive, but he's also an institution. Just like that Phil Collins documentary that you sent me.
What it is.
And you sent me that Phil Collins documentary. That's going to be great to watch.
Oh yeah,
as well. You know.
So also, Cliff Richards was born in the 1940. He was born in 1940.
Wow.
He is 84.
That's my dad's age.
And he is going on tour next year.
What a freaking legend. That dude's a machine.
I mean, just for the sake of that, I would probably go. 84.
Yeah, Cliff Richard, man. Yeah, absolutely. That's brilliant.
Anywho. That was our last one for the year. We had fun.
The Spaghetti Junction podcast will be taking a break for 2 weeks.
About 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, just a little
2 or 3 weeks.
Hiatus. A little hiatus.
A hiatus for about 2 or 3 weeks. We'll see how we feel. But yeah, and like I say, if anybody lasted this long, we love you. So
yeah.
Even if you did it in like bite sizes, that's also fine. We don't mind.
True.
We don't mind at all.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. It's been another year for me in New Zealand. Another one.
That's it.
Yep. In a few weeks, it'll be 2 years. Quite interesting. I'm still lonely. So,
Don't say that stuff out loud.
Hey, that's how I get scammed, okay? I'm being honest. It's okay. We learn from our mistakes. From our $35 mistakes. Anyways, that is us for 2025. 2024. Whoops.
this has
Yeah.
been the final episode of the Spaghetti Junction podcast for 2024.
2024. Bo, 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 bo.
Hope you guys have an awesome Christmas and New Year.
Yeah,
And please
great one, guys.
please be safe if you are traveling. Please be safe. Be safe if you're staying at home. And we will catch you guys in the
And
new year.
be safe if you're having sex. Oh, wait, sorry, that's not part of this conversation. Sorry, I do apologize.
Jeez, like,
On that note,
we will catch you guys in the next one.
see you next year. Goodbye.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Oh, we're having an I'm sorry, let's try that again. Goodbye.